It's been 100 years since France and the USA faced each other, but the wait is finally over. Welcome to the Paris Games Polo Challenge at the Chantier Polo Club in France. I'm Kenny Rice, joined by Polo Hall of Famer Adam Snow. And today, we get to witness the rebirth of a historic matchup. This is a tribute match of the 1924 Olympics in France. That was the last time France battled the USA team in an Olympic polo event. And today, Adam, the young players from each team are here fighting for their country.
Kenny, it's good to be here on such a special day. This is an opportunity for all players to relive this special game. There's so many great aspects about this event, but one of them is the fact that each team has one female player on it. Hélène Venot is on Team France and Hope Arellano is on the USA team.
For more on that, let's go down on the field to Carl Ude Martinez.
Yeah, Kenny, thanks. Yeah, you're right. Two mixed teams, two women on either side, world class in their own countries and leading the way for women's polo globally. I mean, let's talk about France. Let's talk about Hélène Venot. She's a highly experienced player. She has played locally, internationally. She's played in Argentina, England, as far as Pakistan. And she's a product of this beautiful Chantier Polo Club. She's often seen playing here, often winning here, alongside her two other sisters as well. There's three Venot sisters. How amazing is that? They're a force to be reckoned with on the field. And let's talk about USA. I mean, we have got the rapidly rising star, 21 years of age, Hope Arellano. I mean, she is literally winning every major tournament there is, and she is the best women's player in America right now, and she's here taking part. Now, she's won the Argentine Women's Open, she's won the US Women's Open, so definitely wants a win today and add that to an impressive CV.
Yeah, Carl, and Hope has a very strong supporting cast out there. At number 4 position, wearing the captain's armband, Cody Ellis, 5-goal player, very unselfish player, had a great season with Park Place 2 years ago in Florida. In front of him, Nico Escobar. He's one of the talents on the field here today. I predict he's going to be a future high-goal American player. He's a natural goal scorer. Look for him to be leading our offense. In front of him, number 2, Hope Arellano. Hope is presently the only 10-goal player, female handicap, everywhere she plays in the world. That's in the USA and Argentina and England. And Hope is a terrific teammate. I got to play with her a lot in Aiken, South Carolina. Her father is the coach here today. Quinn Evans is leading our charge in the number 1 position. Quinn had a breakout season in the Gauntlet of Polo in 2024, wearing the La Dolphina jersey in Florida. And for the France team, at number 4, Clément Delphas. He's the team captain. He's the highest rated player on France, and he has a lot of national team experience. In front of him, Julien Rein, 4-goal player. Julien won the MVP award and top scorer in the 2023 Nations Cup, which he won along with the number 2, Dorian Bolteau. Dorian is playing in his first national team appearance here today. Light blue helmet, keep an eye on that helmet. He's supposed to be a workhorse going everywhere out there. And in front of him in the number 1 position is Hélène Venot. Hélène plays the Argentine Open. There she competes against Hope Arellano down in France. And last year she made history by being the first woman player to play professionally in Pakistan, winning the Pakistan Open in Islamabad in 2023.
Turned out to be a beautiful day, 76 degrees, low humidity, just a light breeze. The USPA and the French Polo Association getting together to bring this together. It has been a century in the making. And here we go for the throw-in. And in the blue, the USA. Coming out with it first is France. That is Rein, who had it temporarily, has it knocked away from him, now circles back around. And a whistle to stop play just as it gets started.
Looks like Nico Escobar got on that line, got a foul called on the French number 4 player, Clément Delphas. This will be a hit from the spot for Cody Ellis.
And there's Ellis with that shot. It'll be chased down by Delphas for France. And they'll move it along the board. That is Nico Escobar. You talked about him being a good goal scorer. We'll see him in action here. You see the nice stick handling early on. Has it stolen away from him by Rein. Now Ren's looking for a little room. Can he get by Escobar? Yes, he does. Crosses midfield. 300 yards long. This is a lot of playing surface out there.
And that was a super bump there by Nico Escobar. You're allowed to ride the player off shoulder to shoulder. Nico put him on his hip and hit a nice back shot.
You talk about his versatility. We know he can score also as a defender right there, Adam. On the move. Bulto still with it, tries to cut the shot, loses it. There to scoop it up, Escobar. Nico Escobar, very active early on, the 23-year-old.
This is good for the USA team to see Nico on the ball. This is the second time he's gotten the ball turned around rather than having to hit a back shot.
Puts it ahead to Evans. Evans is right there with Delfos, and Delfos will cut him off. Escobar comes back in, had it briefly on the near side. And a no-spell back shot there, and Delfos will clear it out. U.S. very aggressive early on. There's a whistle.
A little bit too aggressive on that play. I think Cody Ellis came across trying to cut the play from the number 4 position. He crossed in front of Bulto there, and this will be a penalty hit for France, but not in a dangerous position. I think it's going to be from center field.
Now you see the captain in that purple helmet, Cody Ellis. Spends a lot of time in Florida, makes his home now in Houston, Texas.
Very good player. I got to speak to Coach Julio Arellano before this game, and he was emphasizing Cody's selflessness and his team play, and I think that's one of the reasons they gave him the captain's armband.
And swooping in for the USA, once again, it's Escobar. Looks for a little bit of room. Rien is right there looking at him. Face to face, he'll back off, and there's the shot lifted up by Escobar as he moves it along.
Nice pass from Escobar to Ellis there, and here's Hope up front.
Arellano leaves it back for Evans, gives it back to Arellano, plays it on the near side, still moving with it. Bulto is right there, and he takes it away. Equestrian sports continues to grow around the world. You're seeing it in polo, and you're seeing it at the Olympic Equestrian Games not far from here in Versailles. Look how packed it was with fans there as we get back to action here.
Here you see all the players went off and changed horses. Each of these players was able to bring 7 horses to the field. They can change on the fly during the chukker, or after each 7.5-minute chukker. You'll see all 8 players go to get on a fresh horse.
Delfos, no room there. Loses it, turned around. Here comes the USA with it. Escobar looking for it. Escobar will circle back around. Has it knocked away.
Nice back shot by Venot there.
Venot with the defense, but right back with it. Ellis flips it back. And again, keeping the pressure on the French team right now, but France has had a response on defense. And there is Ellis with it. Ellis tries to get the shot off, rolls it along. It's going. It is turned away at the last moment. Ren got in to save the day. Inches away from the first score, and a nice defensive play again by France.
That was almost the first goal of the game there. Cody hit a nice ball from distance. And polo, as each of these players has 7 horses there, you're seeing players switch on to fresh horses. It's always an advantage to be on a fresh horse if your opponent's on a tired one. And this is a free hit for France. Here's Clement Delfos.
And the U.S., their horses that they are playing on today.
Well, this is the challenge out here. The U.S. has been in the country for 4 or 5 days. They've gotten to try horses that they're renting, and it's really a credit to their riding ability that they can get along so well with horses they've just recently gotten to know.
Tried to cut that shot in. It was just a little bit wide for the U.S. They're still getting those shots toward the goal, just haven't put any in yet. And France is wondering, is there another end on the field here? We've been on defense most of this chukker so far.
This is a strong start for the USA team. They've gotten a lot of possession. They just can't get it through the uprights.
Delfos on the move on the near side. Now he plays it back on the offside. Still on the go. Still moving. It gets it across midfield, 100 yards away. Lifts it ahead. Right back there is who else? Escobar with another nice turnaround. They go along the bar. Can they do something here? Ren has it. Looks for something, and it's turned away again by Evans.
Nice back shot.
Approaching the 3-minute mark in chukker number 1, scoreless. USA and France meeting for the first time in a century. And here comes the U.S. now, trying to pick up some momentum. Running with it is Evans. Evans in a race. Evans just misses on the near side. And it's going back the other way.
Uh-oh. Here's a chance for France.
On a breakaway, still moving with it. That's Delphos. Clement Delphos still going. The captain with nothing between him and the goal but green. Can they catch up with him? Giving chase. No, they will not get him. And there's the score for France. Courtesy of Delphos to make it 1-0.
And this is what the French team is going to try to do, having their 5-goal player playing in the number 4, traditionally the defensive role, but he's still looking for those transition plays where he can get forward. And here was one. It was a missed back shot. Clement picked it up on the offside, checks his shoulder to make sure he has time, and finishes the goal. In polo, one of the unique things about the sport, I think we're the only sport in the world that we switch directions after each goal is scored, and that's to nullify any wind, sun, or field advantage.
Now the U.S. hoping to find a little magic on this end of the field. They couldn't on the other end. They were on the offense but couldn't get it in. There's the roll. It's going by Evans, and it's going in. Quinn Evans is able to do it. Maybe that's the magical end. We've seen goals back-to-back on that end.
And that's a beauty. What a way to come back from Quinn Evans, just 25 years old, representing his country for the first time. And look at that scoop shot. He knew he had Clement Delphos in front of him, and rather than trying to go through him or hit through him, he scooped it with a little half shot. Great goal by Quinn Evans.
The two captains scoring here to tie things up. Just over a minute to go in the first chukker.
Everybody asking for a foul there. The umpires let him play.
And here comes France moving with it. Delphos, who has the only goal for his team, overruns it. Rennes comes to get it, now gives it back, and here comes Delphos temporarily.
Another beautiful back shot by Nico Escobar there.
Escobar with some great defense early on for USA. One more try here. Bouteau on the move for France. Escobar is there once again to turn it away, and that is the end of chukker number 1. Exciting so far. We're seeing this mixed team, men and women on each side. That's what makes this sport so special. And we caught up with our USA correspondent, Anna Doolittle, who takes us through some Olympic history.
Polo is one of the oldest team sports in history, a game with unmatched horsepower, sportsmanship, and traditions that have been kept alive for centuries. The first time polo was introduced as an Olympic sport was in the 1900 Olympic Games in Paris. Polo was included in the next 4 Olympiads, including the 1924 Olympics, where the USA team defeated France and earned a silver medal. The USA team was led by one of America's most famous polo players, Tommy Hitchcock Jr., who is remembered as a local and international legend. The last time polo was included in the Olympic Games was in 1936, but international matchups within the sport are kept alive today thanks to the Federation of International Polo.
Welcome back to the Paris Games Polo Challenge at the Chantilly Polo Club in France. It's just 30 minutes outside of Paris, celebrating its 30th anniversary, by the way. At the opening ceremony today of the 100th anniversary of the USA battling France in the 1924 Olympics, The two teams were introduced in a celebratory ceremony. Each country's national anthem performed. A historic match unfolding in front of us now. The winner will take home a gold medal provided by the Federation of International Polo. A lot of pride on each side with these talented young players. And Adam, we can't forget, not far away from here, the 2024 Olympic Games and Great Britain taking home the gold medal in eventing. Jumping final as well. The U.S. taking home silver in the jumping team final, and Germany once again winning gold in dressage team.
There's something really special about these international events, whether it's polo or other equestrian sports. But I remember when we hosted the 2022 FIP World Championship in Florida, seeing the drums and the flags and Uruguay against Mexico. I mean, putting those national colors on is a special feeling for these players here today.
USA and France tied at 1 apiece. USA in the blue. We have a whistle. We have stoppage for only the second time in this match. Look at number 3, Nico Escobar has been very active for the USA, the 23-year-old out of Wellington, Florida.
This is going to be a 60-yard penalty for the USA team. Nico cantering his horse on a right lead, making it easier to hit the ball, and what a beauty.
And there it is. He puts it through from 60 yards away. Escobar puts the USA on a 2-1 lead.
Beautiful hit by Nico Escobar, and that's one of the things that he has as a player. He can dribble through people and score the goal with the horse and everything, like we say, between the goalposts, but he can also pick his head up from distance and hit a sweet penalty like that.
As you said, he is a ball scorer, isn't he? And he's a 5 handicap, probably going to be moving up soon to 6. Coming out with it is Cody Ellis briefly in the purple helmet. He is the USA team captain. And getting it is Quinn Evans. Evans scoring a goal back in the first chukker, and there's another whistle.
And you see how these ponies can move and groove out there. There was an override there, and Cody just spun that horse around and got back on it. They're having to gel quickly with these new mounts.
What's the toughest, stopping or turning on a dime?
Depends on the horse, Kenny. Usually you got one that stops and turns or another one that runs. It's hard to have all of the qualities together in the same animal. But that's what makes a champion.
Clement Delphos there in the black helmet, number 4. He's the captain of this team, won the Paris Open. His brother is the coach of this team.
I got to speak to his brother before this match, and he said that this is the first time these 4 players have played together, but numbers 3, 2, and 1 won the Nations Cup last year. So 3 of the 4 have already played together.
There's his penalty shot way off to the right, not even close. And you mentioned Ren, Boteau, and Vanneau. They have all played together. They won that inaugural Polo Nations Cup championship last year.
These knock-ins are important to watch. This is a set play. The ball was wide, so Cody's going to be taking a hit from the spot, and he's looking for, you're trying to get, there's a lot of work being done off the ball. Here we saw Hope and Quinn picking to give Nico Escobar the space.
They give it to him. He moves it up toward midfield. Coming in, playing it on the near side is Ellis. He gets it into the territory that the U.S. hopes will lead to another goal.
Good job there by Hope. I don't know if you saw, but she took a man, and then when she let her teammate pass, she got in behind him and followed up on the near side.
One of the reasons you say she's the best female player in the world.
That's right. She's using her head out there.
Ren puts it ahead. Delphos moves with it. Delphos trying to get some running room right now. Quinn Evans is back there on his flank. Nice stick handling here by Delphos, and now he gets it back down looking for it, but coming in is Ellis. Still getting it away is Delphos. There, it's rolling, and it's rolling, and can they put it in? And no, it is going to be turned away by Quinn Evans. Getting there just in time, and now to help things out is Ellis coming in and moving it along.
Crucial back shot there by Quinn to get that play turned around, and here's Hope in some space.
And the space is limited quickly, and Delphos has it the other way for France. Yeah, Evans and Escobar have turned in some nice defensive plays right now. How will they do this time on defense? As coming in is Boteau.
You see the battle of the two 5-goal players with Clément Delfosse turning the ball around for France and Cody and Nico doing the same thing for the USA team. Here's Clément again. Hooked on the near side, switched it over to the offside, now looking for a teammate.
Looks for room, there's the shot ahead. Back there with it is Escobar to turn it away, lifts it into the air, going along on the sideline is Cody Ellis.
Julien made a nice play there to keep Cody on the outside of him.
Ren leaves it for Delfosse. Delfosse trying to move to the middle. And Delfosse is cut off.
He hit that a little bit open. If it could have been more towards the boards, he would have had Nico Escobar free there. Looks like we're going to have a horse change here. Players are given an opportunity to get on fresh horses. Many of these horses they're on for the first or second time, so they don't want to risk them getting tired, more risk of injury.
And they change a lot like a hockey line. We've talked about that before if you've watched some of our polo events. They change almost effortlessly, and it's very important for the grooms to have that confidence and the riders vice versa in knowing which horse you want at which time.
That's right, and the movement out there is a lot like an ice hockey game, but the flying changes are exactly the same.
Paris all week long, athletes have been there like Tom Brady, celebrities there like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. Don't you just expect to see them at an equestrian event? It's all been fun of the Olympic Games. And right now, Buteau trying to drop it like it's hot with this shot, and it goes up and it goes through and it ties it at 2. His first goal for France.
That was an important goal for France. Good for Dorian to get them on the board, bring it equal, because the U.S. has had the run of play so far.
We've had a lot of action for only 4 goals scored in this match.
We have. It's been up and down, both teams, but mainly the U.S. with possession. Remember, they switched sides, so it's something confusing if you're watching your first polo match. The white team scored down to the left, now they're going up to the right, and we switch directions after each goal is scored.
France on the move. And now, once again, moving in there is Escobar to turn it away. Cody Ellis will come up and get it for the U.S. and play it down along the boards. Right there to greet him, the other captain, Delfosse. And they knock it over the board and out.
This is going to be a possession play. This is a new rule. The team that hits it over has to go on defense. So this will be France ball from the point across the boards. Teams have 10 seconds to line up, and Delfosse will hit this still ball the umpire just dropped.
Delfosse moving in, about 50 yards out. Now trying to get a better angle on it. Delfosse puts it toward the goal. It's still moving, and it's knocked away again by Escobar. Escobar has it, reaching in is Belto, who steals it away and takes it and rolls it. Is it going to make it all the way in? He taps it one more time and stays with it. Dorian Belto with the goal. Back-to-back for him, and France has regained the lead 3-2.
And that was a super goal by Dorian there. But first, Nico Escobar made a great stop to save the goal. He tapped it, Dorian hooked him, turned the ball, and scores this goal to put France up by 1.
Belto played on that inaugural Polo National Cup last year, the championship team. He had 2 big goals in that. He has 2 goals so far here for France. And Quinn Evans has it for the U.S. And it has it knocked away. And knocked away again, that time by Ren to save it. They're trying to get it out of the American goal there. We have a whistle and another foul.
And Cody Ellis caught Clément Delfosse there. Clément could have backed the ball and stayed off the line. The rules are sort of like driving, like you're driving in England with the line on the inside. Cars are passing right to right. And when Clément Delfosse turned that ball, he got caught for a crossing foul.
And there to save the day again is Nico Escobar, who puts it through to tie the score at 3 apiece at the 1-minute mark here in chukker number 2. We're playing 5 chukkers in this event, this historic event today, the Paris Games Polo Challenge. A century in the making. These countries met in 1924. The U.S. won that rather big. We expected a tighter game today.
That's one of my predictions. The U.S. isn't going to win by 14 goals this time.
It was a 15-1 rout in 1924, and so we read. Half a minute to go here in the second chukker. With it is Boulteau, who's had 2 goals here for France in this chukker.
Ooh, here's a chance.
It is a big chance for Escobar. Escobar coming off his penalty shot.
Unlucky. Ooh, and Hope just got caught there. She couldn't resist, had the ball coming down at her, and she took a foul by crossing that line in front of the French player.
And that is the end of the chukker. Let's check in again down on the field with Carl.
Well, it's widely recognized that horses are the most important aspect of the sport. Now, 70 to 80% is horsepower. If you haven't got good horses, you can't compete at the highest level. And they're bred for speed, agility, and stamina, and they can literally turn on a dime. Think Formula One equine athletes. Now, typically, polo players will fly horses in for a tournament, or they will have a collection in that base, in that country. But as this is a one-match competition, and USA are traveling far, they've been partnering up with local polo professionals and European polo clubs to form a string of rented horses. Now, with only 3 days on these horses, it is a challenge for these players. You're on away soil, and you've got to get used to these horses quite quick, something as polo players that we're used to. But when you're up against a home side, on home soil, on horses that they play every day, it's an additional bit of pressure.
Indeed it is. Pressure on both teams right now, Carl. Thank you. It's USA 3, France 3 at the end of chukker number 2.
The Paris Games Polo Challenge is brought to you by US Polo ASSN, the official sports brand of the United States Polo Association, and the Chantilly Polo Club, one of the largest clubs in Europe, and by the Federation of International Polo, the United States Polo Association, and the French Federation.
And welcome back, Kenny Rice, along with Adam Snow, here at this Polo Challenge. Whoa, what an event it's been so far, tied up. Now, we heard Carl earlier talk about horsepower. What about horsepower, and how good's it been in this?
It's huge out here today, Kenny, and Coach Julio Arellano likes to say it's 70% of the horse. What I'm looking for is a horse that runs, stops, and turns. And the beautiful thing about polo is this is essentially what horses do when they're out there in a field cavorting.
All right, we had a penalty ending the second chukker, so we begin with a penalty shot here in the third chukker. And taking it will be Boulteau from 30 yards away. And that's nice and easy and through, and Dorian has put France back on top. The 3-goal handicap with his 3rd goal of this match, and it's 4-3 France.
Dorian's hit 2 open goal penalties. He's got some ice in his veins because that's a gaping 24-foot between the 2 goalposts. Nobody defending it. It's a lot of nerves when you're stepping up to an open goal penalty.
And as we see, they switch goals after scores. The United States in the blue. They played so aggressively in the first chukker, and now France has kind of turned things around and getting away on a breakaway here is Delphos. Had to hold up with it. That's Ren, actually, who has to hold up. Ren's shot goes out because right there with him is Nico Escobar, who has played well on both ends of the field today.
Great back shot there by Hope Arellano, and you see the teams playing the field kind of like a diamond, where the French team on offense wants to go towards the goal. The U.S. team on defense wants to get it away from their goal.
Vanneau was applying some pressure there, but the U.S. is able to get away, and here once again is Escobar. He's everywhere, including being a global ambassador for U.S. Polo ASSN, among other things that he does.
Ellis in a lot of space, a beautiful hit downfield.
Here they go, the U.S. trying to get a score, trying to keep aggressive on their own end of it. Coming in is Cody Ellis. Ellis can't have it. It's turned away briefly by Boulteau. Can they get it back? There's the whistle as Ellis comes away, turns and looks to see what's going on.
They're going to call this. Okay, I agree with them. They're calling this in favor of the USA team. Cody Ellis met that ball. The French player was pretending it was on his right side, but it was actually on his left side. Foul for the USA.
And taking the shot, lifting it up and through, is Nico Escobar to tie it at 4. Escobar, a silver medalist in the 2022 FIP World Games.
And what a finals that was. He got to play with Hope Arellano in that game. They lost to Spain in overtime, but they beat Argentina in the semifinals to make that championship match.
Here's the throw in, so important. And once again, the U.S. comes away with it, and that quick, there's another whistle.
Unlucky there. The ball popped out. Hope had it, thought she had it on her right side. Had she taken it on her near side, the left side of the horse, she would have been okay. This looks like a penalty for 60 yards out, and it's Julian Rin.
Rin, the 4 handicap player, lifts it. It is up, and it is good. And France has regained the lead, 5-4 on the goal by Rin, the penalty shot.
Remember, the teams are going to switch directions now, so they're going the other way on this next throw-in.
And there you see a happy group at once upon a time there. You're talking about the coach of the USA team.
And we're very fortunate to have Julio Arellano coaching our team, the USA. He's a Hall of Famer, former 9-goal player, one of my favorite teammates of all time, and just doing a tremendous job coaching the USA team.
He was 16 when the U.S. won the 1989 FIP World Championship, the only time they've won it.
And that was quite an accomplishment. And I know Julio loves coaching his daughter, Hope, so today he's wearing the dual hats of proud papa and great coach for the USA. I wonder what he's telling him now, down by a goal in the third.
What would you be telling him if he could say, Adam, how about a pointer right quick?
Well, I think he's talking about get your men quickly, trust each other, work for each other, and trust if we can get around first on the transitions, we'll win this game.
Evans almost got to it, almost, but now coming in is Belto, who has 3 goals in this game. It's taken away from him by Escobar. Escobar the other way. Escobar taking it in, rolling it through for the U.S. to tie things up.
Fantastic goal by Nico Escobar, and that goal he picked off the French player. He met that ball in the air. He's got a great eye, and once he got going to goal, you know he's not going to miss this.
And Ren just could not catch up, and Escobar putting the score at 5 apiece now.
Here's Nico again. Nope, he's leaving it for Hope.
And here comes Hope. Hope Arellano almost on the breakaway, overrides it. Nico trying to get to it on the near side, can't do so.
What a horse. You saw that horse. He hit the back shot. He spun around and got back on the ball. He's still on the ball, Dorian Bouteau.
Bouteau moving with it. He's had a big game so far. Bouteau unloads 75 yards out. It's still rolling. It's still rolling. Plenty of room there.
And that's a great example of what you asked me about the horses, if they can run, stop, and turn. And Dorian did that on his mare right there. Stopped the play, turned it around, and got a break going the other way.
There you see Cody Ellis. Won the 2022 CV Whitney Cup playing with Park Place. You can see how fast horses go. Not unlike a thoroughbred racehorse at times, up to 35 miles an hour. And that ball can sail on you, can it?
Get going 100 miles an hour. And these players make it look easy, but they're up 4 feet in the air with a 53-inch mallet, trying to hit a ball that's slightly larger than a baseball. No easy task.
Playing 5 chukkers. We're coming up on the halfway mark. 2:42 to go here in chukker number 3. The winner of this gets a gold medal presented by the Federation of International Polo. And of course, it was a century ago that the U.S. and France met on the polo field in the Paris Olympics. Last time that Paris had hosted the games until this year. 5 times in the past, polo has been played in the Olympics. The U.S. won the first gold medal in 1900. Great Britain won a couple, including in 1924, it was Argentina, when the U.S. playing here in Paris got silver that year. Argentina has won 2, Great Britain 2, and U.S. 1. And moving along with it now, trying to get it in for France once again, and it's knocked away.
Unlucky. That was a great team play. Pass from Cody Ellis down to Nico Escobar, up to Hope Arellano. Almost got a goal to put him up by 1.
Escobar will back off and let Clement bring it up. And Belto will move along the near side, and there's a whistle, and it stops with 1:49 to go here in the third chukker.
Nico Escobar, the number 3 there, was the first player to get on that new line, and that's how he got that foul, be hit from the spot for the USA team.
All polo players, no matter where in the world, are right-handed players because of what you just said.
Well, some of them are left-handed naturally, but they
play
learn to play
right-handed.
right-handed, and that's
Exactly.
the only way we can meet right hand to right hand, just like driving in England.
Ellis hits it, and now coming back away with it is France. Nice ball handling there by DeFoss. Bumped
Good
by
bump.
Nico.
That was
Escobar's done that a couple of times.
great picture there of a 50-50 bump that Nico just let his horse out-push Delphos there.
Ariano with it. Has it knocked away from her. Still trying to get back there in it. Now moving in is Evans. He can't get to it. And there's a whistle and another foul with 1:12 to go here in the third chukker.
Let's see how the umpires call this. To me, Cody was okay because he had a French player on his right, but they're calling it against Cody Ellis for coming across that line. Delphos from center field.
150 yards away, here goes Delphos for France. Can they break the tie with 1 minute to go here in the third chukker at the halfway point in this match? Turned away again. Guess who?
Nico, he's hitting those beauties on the back shots. Good bump by Hope.
Ariano with the nice defense. And now clearing it out of there is Ellison. Let's try to get something down on the other end. They got 45 seconds to try to get a score. And here they move it along. Quinn Evans with the hit ahead. Evans going back in with it. That's Ariano. Ariano with it. Watch her move. Hope Ariano looking for some room. Belto is right there with her and cuts her off. Nice try. Nice run by Ariano, just coming up short.
Unlucky play there. The back shot went off the referee's horse, nullifying a breakaway for France. Let's see what the referees are going to call a fair play hit for France from the spot. And that was a great picture of teamwork there, Kenny, on the last play. You saw Cody Ellis leave the ball, take the man for Hope Ariano to have that run.
Hope gave a good run at it. Now there's just under a half a minute to go here. Final seconds of chukker number 3. Do the U.S. have one more run in them? Evans trying to make it go. Has it knocked away from him? It has been this kind of back and forth first half. Very entertaining. Worth the wait of 100 years.
It's a super game. Dorian Bulteau here in the blue helmets making a big difference horse-wise.
And Escobar is fouled. 7 seconds to go, and that will be the end. They'll let it go. That's the end of the third chukker. When we come back, halftime activities. Carl Uday Martinez will take over here in the Paris Games Polo Challenge.
The National Polo Center, NPC, is the new and forever home for polo. With a proud history of high-level play and the finest fan experience in the game, it was only fitting that the new owners of the National Polo Center, the United States Polo Association,
put the fields in a program that can be enjoyed by all levels of polo.
NPC will be the epicenter of polo in North America for generations and centuries to come, and that is something we're proud of.
It's a historic day for the sport of polo. Make sure to get your limited edition official merchandise of the Paris Games Polo Challenge at uspashop.com. Welcome back to the Paris Games Polo Challenge at Chantilly Polo Club, just 30 minutes away from Paris. So today we are witnessing one of the rapidly rising stars, one of the best players in the world on the female front. It is the 21-year-old Hope Ariano. She is breaking records, she is breaking barriers, and she is dominating the sport of women's polo. Anna Doolittle, our USA correspondent, has more.
Palm Beach County native Hope Ariano is a 10-goal player. It's the highest handicap in women's polo, and she's only the second American woman to achieve that status. So it's hard to imagine there was a time where polo wasn't her only focus.
When I was younger, I think I did every sort of activity. I did soccer, I did tennis, I was cheerleader, I did barrel racing. I tried jumping for a hot second, but it was very bad. But nothing to me was like polo. Nothing could compare. You get to make a connection with each and every horse, and I think that it's something very unique, and there's really no other sport like it.
A decision that changed her life and the course of women's polo. Hope was once the youngest player to win the US Open Women's Polo Championship at just 14 years old. And in 2022, she became the first female to play on the USA team at the 5th World Polo Championship, where the team won a silver medal. Now she's sporting her country's colors in yet another historic competition.
To be able to play alongside the Olympics 100 years later is something that's so unique and so special, and I think that it's absolutely amazing how hard the USBA and US Polo ASSN has worked to continue to better the sport in polo. To be here and to be representing the USA is an absolute dream.
So everybody's coming out onto the field. It's half time, and it is, of course, the tradition of the divot stomp. Coming out, making sure we put those divots back into the field, getting it ready for the second half. Really important, but what other sport lets you come out onto the field to do that? Truly is part of the action, and it's a great way to socialise with other fans from around the world.
Thanks, Carl. Be it France, be it the U.S., or anywhere in the world they play polo, some things are universal, especially the social aspect. And on the field, what a great game we have. Waiting 100 years to renew this. The USA and France tied at 5 apiece. And the shot of the game so far belonging to the young American Nico Escobar, the 23-year-old right here, Adam.
Here's a great shot of Nico. We didn't get to see him pick that ball off, but after he did, he puts his head down, taps it through the goalpost, and brings USA tied.
Tied at 5. Escobar's been brilliant so far. Fourth chukker coming up.
Boasting the qualities of a world-class polo facility, the Chantilly Polo Club is host to some of the biggest tournaments in the world. Set in the heart of France, the club is only 30 minutes from Paris, a destination for some of the best players in the sport and one of the 3 largest polo clubs in Europe.
The Paris Games Polo Challenge 2024. Biggest cheerleader here for the U.S., Georgette Escobar. Her son Nico having another great match. This commemorating history of 1924 Olympics when the U.S. routed the French team 15-1. Not so today, all tied up here. Adam, what would you tell the U.S. team, do you think, as they get ready to move into the last 2 chukkers?
Well, Julio told me before this game that he felt his young team's biggest asset was their willingness to work for one another, and I'm looking to see more of that. I think we saw some of it at the end of the third, the willingness to take a man and leave the ball for a teammate.
It's been back and forth throughout. Let's check in again on the sideline and find out more with what he thinks about it all with Carl.
I think the USA team are getting used to their horses. They're finding a groove. There's some lovely shots from Nico Escobar, some brilliant ones from Cody Ellis. Hope working really, really well off the ball and on the ball. And the French team, you can see that they work a lot together. You can see that they play a lot together. They're very slick, very efficient around the field. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see who's got the horsepower and who's got the pace for the second half.
All right, thanks, Carl, as we get ready now here to start chukker number 4. Are you surprised with the tie score? I would say that the USA was favored coming in.
Well, it's shaping up to be a nail-biter, but this is an open goal penalty for the USA with Nico Escobar stepping up to take it. And Nico said it's just wide. That's a really good sportsmanship show there for him. It was close to over the post. If the ball is inside the post, the flag boy waves it in, waves his flag up. That counts as a goal. Wide, it waved low, no goal.
You see a 24 feet wide goal. What was that, about 24.6 inches maybe? Just missed. A rare miss for Escobar. But the U.S. in blue trying to get it back and get it going again. France has been very aggressive throughout this match. They remain that way. Still trying to get it out of that goal mouth. Nico Escobar hoping for a little bit of a mistake so he can swoop in and get it, not this time. Bouteau will move along the sideline for France. He's around the board, and right there with him is Escobar.
Bouteau leaves the ball, but Nico turns around and steals it.
Nico has the stolen ball here. He has a chance. He puts it ahead, puts it in the middle. Can he cut the shot in? He's still moving with it. Tries to bring it around and still moves it in and finesses it for the goal. Nice play by Nico Escobar. Missed the penalty shot, comes back with a great play to make it 6-5 USA.
Great field awareness there by Nico Escobar. He had 2 players over there on the boards, and he somehow wormed the ball away from both of them, got going at goal. You see here he's deciding whether to shoot a neck shot or take 2 taps, takes 2 taps to make sure of it.
They switch sides after every goal, so the U.S. going the other way with it now, and moving is Hope Arellano. Hope still on the move, trying to find some room. Hope trying to cut that shot, is not able to do it this time around. Right with her was Elena Avino, the 2 ladies playing in this today. It is a mixed match, as we see this before in polo. You probably saw it if you watched some of the Olympics with swimming and certainly equestrian and some of the other sports where men and women play on the same team.
It's great to see them out there, and on that play it was Hope marking Elena there on defense. Now it's
Bouteau moving with it.
Bouteau has made a big difference here. I think he's very well mounted.
Bouteau may be playing one of the games of his life so far. Coming here as the 3-goaler, and he has been the star for France on the offensive end.
He asked for a foul there, but the umpire said nope, he was all right. Lets the play flow on.
It's turned back by France. Not enough, though. Cody Ellis has it. Ellis is moving along. He's 60 yards out. Ellis puts the shot toward the goal. It's going to go just to the left, and
unlucky, but I like the
out.
thought process. Cody picked his head up, realized he had a window to take a full swing, and went for it from about 60 yards out, missed by inches.
Almost for the 23-year-old Ellis, the captain of this USA team. On the knock-in is Delphos. Scored early for France.
Nice back shot.
Knocked away. Escobar comes in again. Escobar's been on a roll. Escobar puts the shot on goal. And a couple of near misses here for the U.S. See the size of the polo field. It is huge. 9 football fields. Playing 5 7.5-minute chukkers today.
As we've told you, the teams switch side after each goal is scored. Looks like this is an all-may change whistle. Players going over to get on a fresh horse, and they'll have spares on either end of the field.
Each player with 7 horses in this match today.
So they might play one horse 3.5 minutes in the first or second chukker, and then bring her back in the 4th or 5th and play her another 3 or 4 minutes.
Here comes France. Just under 4 minutes to go in the 4th chukker. Bouteau trying to get to it. Cody Ellis rides off with him. Ellis trying to take it away, knocks it away briefly. Nice bump there by Escobar. He's got that down to a patent, hasn't he? The way he bumps in there and takes it away.
He keeps winning balls on scrums on the boards,
and
too.
Puts it ahead to Ellis. Ellis overrides, can't get to it. Belto is there to turn it away for France.
Good D there by Hope Arellano, turning first. Nico turned first on this play.
Escobar has it, lifts it up. It's going, and it's going through. Nico Escobar, gentle. What a nice touch on that shot from about 50 yards away.
And we talked about transitions, Kenny, and that's where the U.S. team is winning the plays right now. Nico, the first one to turn around on that loose ball, took one look at goal and fired it through. And again, they're switching directions for this next throw-in. So it's almost like a face-off in ice hockey, but all the players are involved in the face-off. Whistle on this play.
There you see the 1924 USA polo team. They won silver that year at the Olympics, and there's the French polo team.
Tommy Hitchcock on that U.S. team, one of the greatest American players of all time.
There you see Nico, one of the rising stars for the U.S. This penalty shot from 40 yards out, he puts it through. He has all the goals here for the U.S. in this chukker, and it's now 8-5, the biggest lead for the Americans. We talked about 5 times in the past polo has been played in the Olympics. The U.S. won gold in the first one. They took silver in the 1924 one. The U.S. has gold once, Great Britain twice, Argentina gold twice, and to this day, all 3 are powerhouses around the world in polo.
That's right, and this is a huge chukker for Nico Escobar and the USA to score 3 straight goals, and here's Cody going for a 4th.
Ellis overruns. Delfos there.
Delfos has not been able to get forward in the second half the way he was in the first.
Arellano was right there, nice defense with him to slow down the pace, and going back to get it again. Nico Escobar, the star of this game. Julian Rain has it, now plays it over on the near side. Right with him is Cody Ellis. There's the whistle, there's the foul.
You see both players with their mallets in the air saying, no, it was my line. The umpires have a tough call here to decide whether Cody bumped before the ball so that he could take it on the right, or whether he rode over the swing of Belto. I think this is going to be for the USA.
The winner of this receives a gold medal that's provided by the Federation of International Polo. The U.S. and the French getting together and making this all happen 100 years after the 2 countries met in the 1924 Olympic Games. We talked about it. It was a rout for the Americans. It has been close throughout today, except now here in the fourth chukker, a little breathing room for the U.S., courtesy of that guy right there, Nico Escobar, who takes the penalty. And nails it.
Well done, Nico Escobar. 60 yards out, 180 feet, and that's up and over everybody's mallet. His 4th goal of the chukker.
It's been the Nico Escobar show here in this 4th chukker, and the U.S. now widens the lead to 9-5.
Teams are switching sides for this next throw-in. You see the 2 forward players up front battling for the ball. Usually the backs are in the back of the throw-in looking for that loose ball. This time it's Delfos out the back.
Delfos puts it ahead. Escobar is right there with Wren. Wren trying to roll it through, and he rolls it over and just wide to the right and out. So 40 seconds to go here in the 4th chukker. It's belonged to the U.S. And especially number 3, Nico Escobar. He's had international experience before. Remember, he played in the Westchester Cup last year against England when they played in Wellington.
There's a good example of a sharp left pass over to space, and they're giving Nico space on the ball, and that's the players like Hope and Quinn who are picking their men off the ball. Here's Hope in some space.
Hope trying for the breakaway. Hope still on the move and still going. Arellano trying to take it all the way in. Coming in at the last moment, the hooker is Vano. And we have a whistle.
Quinn was unlucky following up on the near side. The ball went just wide left. I think that'll be the end of the chukker.
Big chukker for the U.S. Final chukker coming up here in the Paris Game Polo Challenge.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches, unwind at boutique resorts, explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
Chantilly Polo Club, the Paris Games Polo Challenge. Here's what's at stake. A gold medal to the winner will be provided by the Federation of International Polo. The U.S. blowing it open in that fourth chukker behind Nico Escobar. They lead it 9-5 over France. First time in 100 years these teams have met. That goes back to the 1924 Olympics. They only got a silver that time. They're in the process of getting a gold if it continues as this. Adam, what do you think the French are going to have to do to turn things around?
Well, they got to get a hold of the ball for one thing, Kenny. You know, the U.S. had the ball. The players off of Nico were working to give him the time and space. And I think the French team needs to get some runs at goal and try to possess the ball and get some quick goals.
Clément Defosse, the captain of Team France, will put it in play. 7.5 minutes away. Can France make a big run here? They had played even with the U.S. through the first three chukkers. And now it's turned away by Cody Ellis. And right back is Boulteau, who's had a good game for France. They need somebody else, though, to get into the scoring action. And again, right back there to turn it away. The U.S., they played great defense.
It looks like France is trying to open it up a little bit, Kenny. This is the first knock-in. We've seen Clément hit away on it, and they have gotten down into the U.S. end.
And turning it away in front of the goal there was Cody Ellis for the USA.
Clément fakes left, goes right. Now Dorian on the ball.
Boulteau with early goals for France, who put them in the lead briefly. That was way back in the second chukker. And now out with it again is Escobar. He has been all over the field. Escobar continues to move along. Ariano is out there in front of him. France will turn it back around. And there's a whistle and a foul.
Looks like Quinn Evans came across after that back shot. This will be a hit for France. 60 or 40 yards out. Let's see what the umpires call. This was the first time in the second half that we've seen Clément get forward. And that was one of the keys for them staying in the game in the first half. But Nico continues to outduel them in those 50-50 plays.
Dorian Boulteau will take this shot. This is huge for him. France now playing with that sense of urgency, that national pride at stake. And they needed that. He puts it through to make it 9-6. You know about the national pride. You have played in international competition. What's it like to represent the country, Adam?
It's an incredible honor, Kenny, and it's one of the biggest thrills of my life, getting to play in the Westchester Cup in Windsor with Owen Reinhardt and Rob Walton, John Gobin. An amazing experience to get to play in these events. And these international events like this test match, got to play in in Chile, got to play in Australia, and it's really something special to put the red, white, and blue on.
The U.S. in the blue with the red trim. And with it is Nico Escobar, who lifts it up from 70 yards out.
Oh!
It's good. He does it again, and the U.S. is up 10-6. Nico Escobar has taken over the game.
What a beautiful goal here by Nico. 80, 90 yards out on an angle, and he floats it through the uprights. There's nothing France can do about that one. Beautiful goal. His timing is so perfect. He's hitting the ball right in the center of the mallet.
And just after the throw in, there's a whistle, just over 5 minutes to go. And whatever momentum France had was taken away on that beautiful shot by Escobar.
That was a good example. You saw Julia and Ren meeting on the offside. Nico was caught on the near side. That's why it's moved up to a 60-yard hit for France.
Boteau and Ren number 3, the 4-goal player coming in here. We mentioned Ren, Boteau, and Vinot. They have played together. They have won the inaugural Polo Nations Cup just last year. And it's been all they could do to keep up with actually all the team of America, particularly Escobar. There you see a lot of clutter in front. Are they going to be able to get it in? Trying to put it in. And he does, and staying with it there is Dorian Boteau, who does it once again. He has had a big game. He's been the offensive star for France today.
He really has, Kenny, and what a worker. Dorian put his head down and stuck with that ball. He was getting hooked and bumped, and his horses are performing terrifically here today.
Elena Vinot getting a fresh horse, as is her teammate, the captain of the team, Clement Defosse.
And these players are getting on horses that they played in the first and second chukker. They probably played them half chukkers earlier. I recognize this horse of Clement's. He had the big run on it in the first chukker. He's back out on her for the second half of the fifth.
And get ready for the throw in. U.S. in blue. They switch sides after every score, as you probably know by now. The 2 number 3s going at it there, Ren and Escobar. Escobar briefly had it.
Nice back shot there by Hope to set up her teammate Nico. Big hit downfield.
And Escobar trying to follow it up. Out in front is Quinn Evans. And riding right with him is Boteau. Nice defense there to stay with the play. At the 4-minute mark in this game. U.S. in control. Can France make a big run? If they do, they need to do it right now.
There's that sharp left pass. This time over to Julian Rennes.
Rennes got about 120 yards in front of him. He moves it ahead now, gets it to midfield. And the U.S. is able to turn it away again. Now this is basically like killing the clock for the Americans.
Yeah, it's a big field out here. It's 9 football fields fit into a polo field. We're in the 5th chukker, 7.5 minutes each chukker. And yeah, the U.S. is in a good state, but here's Clement on a run.
Delfosse on the breakaway. Delfosse still going. Escobar trying to hook him, and he does. What hasn't Nico Escobar done today?
He's been on fire, mostly with the ball, but also his defensive play as well.
As we saw right there, under 3 minutes to go. The U.S. silver medalist in 1924 when they romped over France on their way to get that silver medal 15-1. It's been a tighter game today, obviously. Very competitive game. The U.S. pulling away in the 4th chukker and up 10-7 now with 2:44 to go.
And they just won a foul there. The French number 2, Dorian, felt he had nothing to lose. They got 3 goals to make up in 2.5 minutes, but that he fouled by coming across that line.
And all that pride, young teams on both sides of the ball. We expect to hear many things from them down the road.
Absolutely. This U.S. team, these players have great careers in front of them, as do many of these French players. Here's a good look at Nico hitting a 60-yard penalty. He teed that ball up as high as he could, and now he's trying to find the bottom of the ball.
He launches it from 60 out. One of the few missed hits of the day.
I think that's only the second penalty he's missed all day.
He's entitled. He probably wouldn't say that. It's 10-7 USA, 2.5 minutes to go in this match. A century in the making, and what a great game we have had here, just 20 miles or so outside of Paris.
One of the biggest racehorse training centers in Europe, this Chantilly area, as well as some great polo ponies out here today.
Think of France and the U.S., Great Britain, and the love they have for the horses. And Germany, as we saw with dressage competition recently in the Olympics.
New Zealand. A lot of great horse countries out there.
There's the best female player in the world, you think, Hope Ariano. 21 years old. At 14, she was a member of the U.S. Women's Open Championship in 2017, the youngest to ever win a U.S. Women's Open title.
And it was incredible when she jumped into the semifinals of the FIP Championship in 2022. Her first game was against Argentina, and she helped the USA team beat Argentina in overtime.
Wren with it at midfield. Leaves it ahead, coming up on the minute 30 mark.
Here's Elena on the near side.
Vanot works it there on the near side, can't get anything going. One thing more for Delphos. His shot rolls just to the right, and it's going to roll not quite out of bounds. They keep it in play. Now it goes out.
I think Nico accidentally hit that ball over his own back line. This will be a 60-yard hit for France from the place. This is called a safety, 60 yards out from the place the ball passed the end line. Unfortunate play. Nico was trying to hit that ball under his horse's neck, but he was really close to the end line. It squirted off the field.
And at the 1 minute mark, USA 10, France 7. And this now is just a matter of pride. Can they get one more point on the board? As Julian Wren will take this penalty shot. And Wren's shot is on the way and just off.
The U.S. is feeling this gold medal just a minute away.
It will be light as a feather around their neck, I would guess, Adam, with the performance they have played today, especially here in the second half, and especially Nico Escobar. The 23-year-old, a 5-goal player, you said he'll be up to 6. How high do you think he can go?
Sky's the limit. I really believe it.
Wide open.
Sky's the limit. He hits the ball. He can ride many different horses. I remember in FIP there was a horse on the team that nobody else wanted to ride, and Nico's like, let me try it, and he did really well on her.
Boteau with the steal almost got it in, knocked away out in front, and there's a whistle. And that is the end of the match. And the United States 10, France 7 in the Paris Games Polo Challenge. 100 years in the making since the two countries met in the 1924 Olympics held in Paris. The U.S. won that one big, went on the way to win a silver medal in those Olympic Games. Today they get a gold medal from the Federation of International Polo. What a game it was. What about this match, Adam?
It's a great accomplishment by the USA team, Kenny, but Team France can hold their heads high as well. 4 of these players on the field we watched today are representing their countries for the first time, and it was a good game all around with a huge fourth chucker by USA.
Everyone today rose to the occasion. They've been waiting a century to do this. USA 10, France 7. Back with the winners when we return. Some athletes, they show up and they have that it factor. It's turned away at the last moment.
Tarzane's father said to us, we have nothing to lose, everything to win.
You've got Cambiaso versus Cambiaso.
Throw everything on the table, let the best man win.
A special day at the Chantilly Polo Club in France, just about 30 minutes outside of Paris. And the Paris Game Polo Challenge, a commemorative game from when these two countries met in the 1924 Olympics, which was held in Paris. Winning at that time was the USA big. A closer game today. The U.S. went on to win silver in that Olympic Games. Today, they get gold in this polo challenge. And what a game it was on the part of both teams throughout until the USA was able to put it away late.
You're right, Kenny. It was a great performance by both teams out there today. And Coach Ariano before the game stressed selflessness and working for each other, and I think we saw incredible teamwork by the USA team today.
Especially on defense. And on offense, it was all about Nico Escobar today, who single-handedly took this game over in the second half and scored all but one of the U.S. goals. And he is standing by now down on the field with Carl. Gentlemen?
USA, effective, strong, powerful. How did you do it?
Yeah, it's well, thank you very much for this interview. And you know, it's a great team with great chemistry. We're all good friends, and there's positive vibes for the team. The French team, very hard team to play against, very hard. My hat goes off to them. They're really good players, and you know, it was a good game and it went our way.
It was a really good game, but in the second half, you came out literally with the wind in your sails.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we doubled those horses that we came back on the second half, and we got to know them a little bit more. And I think it was a good advantage for us to, you know, go for it.
And how proud are you? You're here, your dad's here watching, you know, he's assistant coach, 100 years on, 1924 Olympics, a tribute match for, you know, how proud are you? What does it mean to you?
You know, it's a huge honor to play for my home country and to represent it, and just words can't describe it.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. You should be very proud. You've taken a gold for USA.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Have you ever seen someone take over a game like he did?
He put on a show in the fourth today, Kenny.
Tremendous performance today by the 23-year-old Floridian, Nico Escobar. You mentioned earlier, Adam, the sky is the limit for him. And there are the fans still getting some pictures, still savoring this moment. They will not have to wait another 100 years, I don't think, before we do this again. Just like the players, the horses get awards, best on the field. And a polo ridden by Escobar today, the best polo playing pony. Probably no surprise. Who do you think would be the MVP? The guy that scored all but one goal? Nico Escobar will walk away with that hardware. And there you see the two teams. Special for both of them, as we mentioned, 1924, the U.S. and Paris playing against France in Olympic competition. The Americans that year took home silver. Today they take home gold, getting that gold medal from the Federation of International Polo, and silver today for the French team. It lived up to the billing, didn't it? And of course it would be champagne to cap the day.
Great performance by the USA team all around, and it was Nico scoring most of the goals, but all four players were working the other three off the ball, taking their men, and they deserve this prize that they're holding high.
Next polo on ESPN, Women in Polo. That's coming up in September. Be sure to join us. On behalf of Adam Snow, Anna Doolittle, and Carl Ude Martinez, I'm Kenny Rice saying thanks for watching, everyone. The U.S. 10 and France 7.